Blu Cantrell. Blu. The first Blu. Not they daughter Blu. Blu Cantrell. Jay-Z worked very hard to erase you and me. Just like he did L. Just like he did his relationship with R. Kelly. Just like he did his relationship with Aaliyah. Did you fuck Jay-Z?
No. No, I can't answer that. I can't answer that.
Oh, she's touching him off the neck! Look! You see?
What?
Blu Cantrell has recently opened up about her silence surrounding her career downfall, shedding light on her alleged feud with Beyoncé, which seemingly led to her exit from the music industry. According to Cantrell, the rift between them stemmed from a disagreement over Jay-Z, whom Cantrell reportedly had a crush on. Beyoncé, understandably, was not pleased with Cantrell's advances toward her husband, and tensions escalated from there. However, the animosity between Cantrell and Beyoncé wasn't solely about personal matters. Cantrell also accused Beyoncé of plagiarizing her style and music, adding another layer of complexity to their feud. Cantrell felt that Beyoncé's success came at her expense, as she believed her own unique style and sound were being imitated without credit or acknowledgement. The feud between Cantrell and Beyoncé highlights the cutthroat nature of the music industry, where personal rivalries and creative disputes can have significant consequences for artists' careers. Cantrell's story serves as a cautionary tale about the challenges of navigating fame and competition in the entertainment world, where relationships and reputations can be easily tarnished by misunderstandings and conflicts. The allegations of Beyoncé's tendency to appropriate from other artists, particularly Black female artists, have been a subject of controversy for some time. Blu Cantrell's warning to Beyoncé about not crossing her may have been a desperate attempt to assert herself in an industry where powerful figures often dominate. Unfortunately, Cantrell's warnings seem to have backfired, as she found herself facing the wrath of Beyoncé's influence. With Beyoncé's connections and influence in the music industry, Cantrell's career took a nosedive, leaving her feeling not only professionally thwarted, but also fearful for her safety. The intensity of the situation forced Cantrell to flee to London, where she sought refuge and a fresh start away from the tumultuous environment she had been caught in. Cantrell's experience sheds light on the darker side of the entertainment industry, where power dynamics and personal vendettas can have severe consequences for those caught in the crossfire. It serves as a sobering reminder of the challenges faced by artists who dare to challenge the status quo or speak out against powerful figures in the industry. She was once observed wandering the streets alone, insisting that someone was attempting to harm her. Before delving into the unsettling aspects of the tale, allow me to provide some context on how we arrived at this point. Blu, at the tender age of 17, relocated to a New York apartment all on her own, driven by her passion for music. She was discovered by an A&R executive and became a backup singer for artists such as Puff Daddy, Truth Hurts, and Faith Evans. She joined the girl group 8th Avenue as a protege of singer Teddy Riley. The band recorded numerous songs and even featured on Blackstreet's 1999 album, Finally. However, their recorded music was shelved following Riley's departure from Blackstreet. Shortly thereafter, 8th Avenue also disbanded. Fortunately for Blu, she had already forged friendships within the industry, including with Usher. Usher introduced her music to producer Tricky Stewart, who headed Red Zone Entertainment. Initially, Stewart envisioned Blu joining his girl group, 321. However, after a recording session, he was so impressed that he offered to assist her in launching a solo career instead. Later, Blu relocated to Atlanta and resided with Stewart and his girlfriend. It was during this time that she was introduced to L.A. Reid, the head of Arista Records. Impressed by her singing talent, Reid offered her a record deal with his label, marking the beginning of Blu's soaring music career. Despite receiving offers from 5 different record labels, Blu ultimately chose to sign with Reid, a decision she would later deeply regret. Her debut single, Hit 'Em Up Style, made an instant impact, soaring to number 2 on the Billboard Top 100 charts. Its success not only propelled her to stardom, but also earned her first 2 Grammy nominations for Best Female R&B Vocal Performance and Best R&B Song. Additionally, she received an American Music Award nomination for a Favorite New Soul/R&B Artist. Following her initial success, she dropped her debut album, So Blue, which not only performed admirably, but also attained platinum certification. Blu's dominance seemed effortless, and for a while, it appeared she would emerge as the premier pop star of the era. In 2003, she followed up with her second studio album, Bittersweet, which continued her winning streak. The album spawned hits like Breathe featuring Sean Paul and garnered her yet another Grammy nomination. However, Blu's winning streak was short-lived, as in the same year, Beyoncé launched her solo career with the blockbuster album Dangerously in Love, overshadowing Blu's success. People began drawing comparisons between the two, intensifying the pressure on Blu. It wasn't just Blu feeling the heat of the competition. Beyoncé herself was concerned about Blu potentially surpassing her. Beyoncé's discomfort with Blu wasn't solely rooted in music. It ran deeper, revolving around Blu's apparent romantic interest in Jay-Z and her perceived attempts to supplant Beyoncé as his partner. Initially, Blu vehemently denied any romantic involvement with Jay-Z. However, speculation intensified after her controversial interview with Wendy Williams, during which she appeared to backtrack on her previous statements, inadvertently fueling the rumors further. When Wendy asked her if she and Jay-Z were ever more than friends, Blu didn't offer a direct denial as she had previously done. Instead, she evaded the question, laughing it off and sidestepping any straightforward response altogether.
Have you ever kissed Jay-Z romantically?
No. No, I can't answer that. I can't answer that.
Oh, she's touching above the neck! Look! You see?
Why do people not want to let the Jay-Z Blu Cantrell thing go?
Because, honey, that was a fabulous little high point in your
Well,
career.
what about Beyonce and Jay-Z?
Wendy then persisted, suggesting that she always had a feeling Blu's relationship with Jay wouldn't last because Jay preferred women who were more impressionable and easier to control, rather than someone like Blu who was independent and mature. Blu also made it explicitly clear that she harbored a significant crush on Jay-Z and wouldn't mind being romantically involved with him.
You know, want to know why I said on the radio that I didn't think it would last, though?
What, me and him?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're about 25.
Why, he needs somebody younger than that?
At the end of the day, yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because I think at the end of the day, a younger, less savvy to the ways of the world broad.
Somebody a little bit more naive.
You said it, not me.
You could have.
Do you know what I mean? Did you Jay-Z?
Oh my God!
I heard he's hung like a horse, Blu. Oh, you didn't know Beyonce? Did she really have him locked down?
I think so. I think they're in love. I think they're in love.
Is politics speaking?
No, I really do think they're in love. I have a big crush on him now. I'll tell you that much.
The tension between the two escalated further when Blu accused Beyoncé of plagiarizing the music video concept for her 2003 hit collaboration with Jay-Z, Bonnie and Clyde. Blu claimed that the video bore a striking resemblance to the one she had released to promote her song Roundup, which had debuted earlier. And this wasn't the only instance where Blu called out Beyoncé for allegedly copying her. Indeed, as mentioned earlier, Blu had a major hit with the song Breathe, a collaboration with Sean Paul. However, just a few months later, Beyoncé also released her own collaboration with Sean Paul, titled Baby Boy. This led to speculation that Beyoncé was perhaps deliberately overshadowing Blu's success, or even attempting to assert her dominance by seemingly copying her. In a subsequent interview with The Guardian, Blu didn't hold back in calling out Beyoncé for what she perceived as shade-throwing. Accusing Beyoncé of clout chasing, Blu made it clear that while she didn't seek conflict, she was more than willing to confront it head-on if Beyoncé continued to provoke her. Maybe she's trying to do it to get press, but I want to make sure she understands. If she goes there with me, it's the wrong move. She needs to understand what she's doing and what she's getting into. I'm a master at singing. It seems that Blu's confrontational stance didn't sit well with Beyoncé and her team. Shortly after Blu's comments, her career took a nosedive. Her record label declined to renew her contract or provide her with any budget, effectively halting her ability to release new music. This turn of events marked a significant setback in Blu's career trajectory. Blu also discovered that she had signed a highly unfavorable contract that entitled her label to a significant portion of her earnings. She admitted that at the time, her understanding of the music business was limited, and the lawyer representing her was recommended by the label. Consequently, she unknowingly agreed to terms that heavily favored the label rather than herself. She said, "I would have got my lawyer because that lawyer ended up representing them," which was a conflict of interest. So they were all working together to basically take what was mine. Nobody really knows the whole truth but me and them, but I was really taken advantage of. During her hiatus from the industry, Blu effectively disappeared from the public eye. Meanwhile, Beyoncé ascended to become a global superstar. Many, including Jaguar Wright, speculated that Jay-Z and Beyoncé played a role in Blu's sudden downfall, viewing her as competition and potentially orchestrating events that led to her career decline. Jaguar asserted that the treatment Blu received paralleled what happened to Eric Sermon, who tragically fell from a third-floor window around the same time Jay-Z released his album, The Blueprint. While the police report indicated that Eric may have attempted self-harm, both Eric and Jaguar disputed this, suggesting that Eric was pushed.
Yeah, they said Eric jumped. I don't think he jumped. I think he had help. I want to talk to Keith Murray about it, though, because I think Keith knows. But who I really want to talk to is Blu Cantrell. So this is my public appeal. Blu. The first Blu. Not they daughter Blu. Blu Cantrell. You were singing Blu. And you made a choice to work with someone, and you probably didn't realize how nefarious he was when you got involved with him. I didn't. Jay-Z worked very hard to erase you and me, just like he did Elle, just like he did his relationship with R. Kelly, just like he did his relationship with Aaliyah. Blu, it's time to talk.
Blu resurfaced around 2012, revealing that she had left the industry due to alleged intentional sabotage by certain individuals. The pressure and challenges became overwhelming, prompting her to retreat from the spotlight. "I needed to take time off. I spent a lot of time overseas, and I was living in London. I needed a break just to take time for myself because being an artist is a 24/7 thing. It's no sleep, no eating, and it's a lot of hard work." Blu was forced back into hiding permanently when someone allegedly put a hit out on her life. TMZ reported that she was discovered wandering the streets in distress, claiming that someone was attempting to harm her. Witnesses stated that she was running through a Santa Monica neighborhood, ranting about being targeted, until the police intervened and took her into custody for a psychological evaluation. She appeared to be in a state of distress, screaming about poison and gas being used against her. It's indeed heartbreaking to witness Blu's struggles and the challenges she faced in the industry. Being exploited by her label and then allegedly facing further adversity from powerful figures like Beyoncé and Jay-Z is undoubtedly a difficult ordeal. It highlights the harsh realities and injustices that can exist within the music industry, where artists may find themselves vulnerable to exploitation and mistreatment. It's understandable why some people might find it unsettling or even suspicious that Jay-Z and Beyoncé chose to name their daughter Blu, especially considering the alleged turmoil between Blu and the power couple. Naming their child after someone they may have had conflicts with could be seen as unusual or even provocative to some. However, without concrete evidence or statements from Jay-Z and Beyoncé themselves, it remains speculation. Nonetheless, it's natural for people to form their own interpretations and opinions on such matters. I'm curious about your take on the allegations surrounding Beyoncé and Blu's career. Do you believe Beyoncé played a role in Blu's downfall? Share your thoughts in the comments below.